Hey my Raslings. Today, I have my first theory. I don't normally make this content, so if you could like, it will tell me that you enjoyed. And I will make more. Credits to this idea go to Dot at the YAYABLEP on YouTube. Also, take this theory with a grain of salt. This is very unlikely, and was Dot made for fun. And because I hate Dot Pure Vanilla Cookie, and the latest Dot Beast East episode mentally destroyed me. So, what is this theory? Well, I believe that Pure Vanilla Cookie, Dot is evil, and manipulated at least Dot White Lily Cookie. Warnings, for Child 3, and at NG3, RM3, NT. Nondelaire, Egelgrow OOM, NG, and spoilers. Point 1. The cardboard cutout, if you have no clue what I'm referring. 2. I'm talking about episode 1 to 2 of Dot Beast Yeast, where Pure Vanilla, Elder Dot Fit, White Lily, Gingerbrave, Strawberry Cookie, and Wizard Cookie all fight the cardboard cutout of my male wife. I mean Shadow Milk Cookie. Now, why would this be weird of PVC? It's because he should know that fighting a cardboard cutout of Dot Shadow Milk won't actually hurt him in any way, shape, or form, let alone that Elderfairy could overwork himself. He should have been the one to tell Dot the group that, but he didn't. Now, I don't believe that PVC is actually that stupid, because that was the first thing I thought about during that fight, and I still use my fingers for basic Dot addition. So why didn't he tell them? Because he wanted Elderfairy dead. Think about it! It'd actually make manipulating Silent Dot Salt Cookie and White Lily easier, because he was Silent Salt's only friend after corruption. And in the Dot Korean, aka the ARG version, Elder Lily Dot was heavily implied. So with Elderfairy dead, it'd look like Shadow Milk Cookie's fault, and it would be easier for PVC to get them on his side when he needed it. Point 2. The fake crumbled cookie. In episode 7, the gang including WLC, Dot found a crumbling cookie. PVC kept saying that he was going to Dot help, when he didn't even try. He was calling himself weak and shit, but he just stood there. No wonder the cookie ended up crumbling. Now why would he do this? Why? Didn't he just try? It's because he wanted it to look like Shadow Milk was getting to him, in a Dot attempt to get sympathy from Dulcie. Point 3. The voice's memories. When my pregnant husband, Shadow Milk Cookie was manipulating PVC's memories, PVC wouldn't believe it. Not because he knew his own mind and memories, but because he wanted to seem spotless, even if nobody but he and SMC could read his mind. Because why was he convinced that DOLC could do bad things, but could restart and become a better person, but he could never make a big Dot mistake and come back from it too? This point is probably the most rocky Dot though. Point 4. They ship and run. Get the pun, because it was a hit and run, but PVC ran into SMC with a ship, so it's a ship and run. It was funnier in my head, but anyways, PVC hadn't done anything to directly commit attempted murder before this, and hitting somebody with an airship is in fact attempted murder. So why the fuck was Pure Vanilla Cookie so calm while doing just that? 2. My male wife. Now, that's not even mentioning how out of character that was for Pure Vanilla Cookie. Something was definitely up at that point with him, because that is not the let's become friends attitude that PVC has had for the entire game. At this point, he was possibly tired of Dot playing the long game. Point 5. The endangerment of the gang. In the 7th Beast Yeast episode, the gang finds the spire, and while WLC leaves, the 3 miners, Gingerbrave, Wizard Cookie, and Strawberry Cookie beg to come with PVC to the spire. And if PVC really cared about truth, he'd know that it was dangerous to bring them to the spire, where the Beast of Deceit was. Yet, cookie brings them anyways. And guess what? The 3 cookies fell from the top of the spire. If fucking golden fucking cheese cookie, the fucking ancient cookie cannot handle her wings being ripped off, how can you expect 3 children to be able to survive falling from at least 67 feet? Thankfully, the 3 survive, but still, if that isn't child endangerment, I don't know what is. And a cherry on top, them surviving likely hurt the plan, because if they did die, he could just blame it on SMC. And the final point. Point 6. How is PVC GR, OOM, NGSSC, and WLC? A common misconception is that GROM, NG is purely $A goo at elk, but that is completely untrue. Even though that's the most common type, GROOM, NG can also be when a person manipulates one or more people to do certain behaviors or actions that harm the victim and help the boo dollar. And that type usually starts off small, like little ticks or pokes at the mental state of the victim. And the ticks or pokes gradually intensify over a very long period of time, like months or years. Isn't that exactly what's happening to Silent Salt and White Lily Cookie? PVC is slowly adding ticks and pokes to Silent Salt and White Lily, causing them to slowly believe that Shadow.Milk is a terrible person, like Dark.ENCHANTRESS Cookie, when in reality, his worst crime is altering PVC's memories. BTW. I am not defending SMC. I'm just saying that PVC is making SMC look worse than he really is. So, finally, why? I believe that this is ultimately to 2 reasons. 1, control. He wants to be in deck place, and SMC and the Soul Jam is the biggest obstacle, like a twist, birang. Or 2, he's just extremely morally gray, like he's so caught up in making sure Deck doesn't win, and the beasts don't win either, that he's no longer thinking about the damage he's causing, and truly thinks he's doing the right thing. But what do you think? I think I might need better coping mechanisms. By my little Razzling.